There is a mechanic that's extremely powerful and yet almost no one knows about it. And if Valve just ignores it, it's going to be meta very soon. This might be the most tilting way how to lose the round. When someone pulls off a successful smoke defuse and you just can't find the CT around the C4. While this frustration throws your team in turmoil and throws slurs you didn't even know exist, the enemy team celebrates this daylight robbery. And with this trick, pulling off this robbery will be way more likely. In this video, I will show you actually useful and insanely powerful defuse plays that work even at the top level, and honestly I'm surprised we don't see them more often. Because whenever they're attempted, they are actually ridiculously successful. And if they work in professional CS, imagine how easy it will be to pull some of these in Premier, Faceit or competitive. By the way, even if you feel like you don't need to use these yourself, knowing these defuse tricks will mean you can be ready for them and see what is coming. So even passively watching this video can save you a game. And we will also spin this video on its head by showing you how to counter these cheesy plays and share tips that all revolve around afterplans and retakes. In CS2 you can defuse from a certain distance from the bomb, but this distance is broken in one direction. That means you can be standing above ground on box or a wall and still be able to defuse the bomb. Pair this with a smoke play and you got yourself a way to win unwinnable 1v4 retakes. This is powerful because enemies will most likely miss all their shots, and if they look for you in the smoke with knives, you're unhittable because you're seemingly not anywhere near C4, and it causes chaos and it works on almost every map. So let's start with Inferno. And this was the round that gave me an idea for creating this video. I'm watching this unlikely retake, 11-10 scoreline, and I was about to walk to stage to get ready for match to finish. I mean, 9Z surely wins this, right? Well, then I saw Crizzen line up this smoke, and before he even threw it, I immediately paused and it all started to make sense.
P2K in hand, and Heroic, the most winnable round of them all, seems to be going against them. A little bit of a retake smoke here. All right, Crizzen, ridiculous find through the smoke. Has it saved them? They're bumping into each other here. He's going to go on top of him? Is that what I've just seen, or did he just hit the box? I'm not quite sure. All the same, man is in the winnable spot, but he's defused the bomb in all of this.
This clearly set play is what Cloud9 so off guard they didn't even attempt shooting the diffuser. Thanks to this, Heroic were able to push Inferno into overtime, and it got me thinking, where else is this possible? And not only possible, but also realistically doable. And the answer is, there are a lot of spots. Just on A side alone, we have a couple of these boxes where common plant spots are easily abusable. For example, here or here. But then, look at this one. Default bomb plant, diffused with these 3 meters long diffuse cables. I'm legit at double the height of what is supposed to be the diffuse limit. This now, we established this is broken mechanic, and what do we do with it? Well, we definitely don't fix it. This is Valve game, so instead we abuse it. So let's move on to Dust 2, but first, quick word from today's sponsor. Does your play look like this during the first few hours of the game? Mine usually does when I queue without warming up. That's why before I play I hop onto exploit.gg. Their best feature are challenges that not only help you warm up but also allow you to earn skins for just playing. I can choose something like winning 30 duels, get some points, and then head into the Xcoin store and scroll through all the skins I can earn. They offer a wide variety of game modes on their world-class servers with low ping and smooth FPS, so playing there is always a pleasure. Plus, you can warm up using any skin you want for free, add stickers, charms, and set the exact wear you want. Don't play without warming up, try challenges on exploit.gg and earn rewards while you play. I'll leave the link in the description, and thank you Exploit for sponsoring this video. So Dust 2 A side also offers some nasty positions. I think these are very viable because the site is so small, it's tiny. Literally one smoke can cover the whole site, so if placed well, you can create pretty difficult afterplant for enemies, especially if they hold from long. When you're on top of this smallest box on site, you can trigger the defuse while crouched, and then if you uncrouch, you are still defusing. That is how this mechanic works, and sometimes it can make you even harder to find. Also, this is useful if enemies plan for short. I can guarantee you they will aim at the ground while you win the round from the safety. On B side it gets a bit more tricky, mainly because there are only 2 spots that the bomb is being planted at most of the time, and default spot just simply doesn't have any useful elevation around. But if you plant what pros consider a safe plant, you can use this ledge to abuse this mechanic. It looks counterintuitive because being on this ledge means you're literally open to literally every single angle. But exactly because of this, you're likely to survive all the shots and knifing in the smoke. Now, important to note is that you always want to smoke the bomb first and then get to the position you defuse from, obviously. That requires a good coordination in smokes, map knowledge and some practice, especially around tricky spots like this one. Another cool concept happens on Ancient, especially on A side. Again, this is a play that I see more and more players pull off, and whenever I see it, it is successful. Getting up on the smallest box on site provides enough elevation that enemies can't really find the perfect lineup, and even if they hit you, it is most likely just around your legs for less damage. LXCB pulled this one off in the IEM Atlanta and secured Navi a win on first map. This is a bit different because instead of smoking the site, Imme decided to smoke off Donut with their last smoke, which is, in my opinion, a pretty big mistake, but we will talk about it. As you can see, the molly which Magnoyas threw was just pixels away from burning LXCB, and this play wouldn't have been dangerous at all if the smoke was on C4. Luckily, it was a CT molly with a smaller spread. T molly would definitely burn the diffuser, but since he got on the bomb before, he would have survived the full defuse anyway on 100 HP. Next up we have Mirage. Here I could only come up with this one on A side, and frankly, I love it. Default plant, super abusable, very easy to pull off. Smoke the bomb, hop onto these boxes and spam that E while crouch. Actually, just hold it. I guarantee you, no one will find you. By the way, you can not do this from the ninja boxes, you're shy just few pixels to trigger the defuse, but you can abuse it here. And this is perfect moment where I explain to you how and why this bug or mechanic works. So planting next to firebox, you can self-boost yourself, but again, you're literally few pixels too high to defuse. In fact, this box is exactly 70 units tall, but this little wood which helps you self-boost up is just around 5 units shorter. If you stand on the box, you can't defuse. If you stand on this piece of wood, you can defuse. It is very precise and therefore pretty much useless to pull off in real match. But this example helps us with calculation. You can defuse the bomb if the distance between you and the C4 is less than 65 units. Well, let me rephrase that. You can start the defuse if the distance is less than 65 units, but then you can uncrouch and continue the defuse from a distance less than 83 units. But now, enough with the numbers. You're here to see more tricks. So Cache, new map in the pool. Whenever a new map comes, you can abuse so many tricks every single round because people are just not aware of anything. This is a literal cheat code to higher elo and beating players that are sometimes even better than you. So on B side, you can hit them easily with these 2 defuse spots. And again, most common plant spots on Cache were historically default plant and vent plant. Both of these are abusable, and I'm sure you know by now how. For the vent plant, getting on top of this box triggers the defuse, and for default you can actually get up here. It is a bit tricky to pull this off in a full smoke, but I'm sure with some practice you will land it all the time. If you find some more spots on other maps, please let us know in the comments or post it in my Discord server. The link is also in the description of the video, or you will see it on the screen. And we continue with tricks and tips. So how do you counter these sneaky smoke diffuses? Well, first of all, just by watching this video, you know that they are possible, so awareness is already increased. But you can be more mindful and think where you are planting, depending on the situation. So let me break it down for you. First of all, you have to anticipate few things. For example, if you rush ramp on nuke and successfully plant on B side, you can predict that CTs will still have a few smokes for the retake because the round is just so short. So if you could save 1 extra HE to break that smoke for the defuse, it can literally win you a messy 1v1 clutch. Another thing is to utilize natural cover of the map to plant the bomb. This serves 2 purposes. First one is obvious, you are less likely to get killed while punching those digits in. But it also helps you during retake knowing better where you should be spamming the smoke in order to find the diffuser. For example, this example on nuke B side is perfect, as planting next to the wall basically cuts the options for CT in half, where he can stay and defuse. Another powerful detail only really skilled players think about is that CTs have to look at the bomb to defuse. So in our case, he can't aim at the double door while defusing, which makes it easier for you to shoulder peek for information to see if he's sticking the defuse or he just faked. This is abusable on pretty much every map to some degree, but it got nerfed some time ago when you are unable to shoot back after letting go of the fuse for half a second. Still a great meta trick to abuse. Oh, and when you're planting the bomb, you can choose some out of meta spots as well, especially in 1v1 clutches, knowing that your enemy is nowhere near you. Planting in awkward open position will make him paranoid because you can literally kill him from anywhere. One example is here on Inferno, where you can hide inside, pit, apps, or flank short or long and still be a threat. But now let the GOAT do the talking. You should let the Oper defuse the bomb, and this is clip where Simple talks about it.
Called upon and delivers to close this gap. Twist has been magical.
Зашивай. Я буду дефать сейчас. Дефать.
Concerned, the sound is there, the spray is too, he's got a second AK, and he hits Beard off the bomb. They have to run him down, Simple's posted, Twist, you've got no hope.
I didn't understand why we didn't try to cover the guy who is defusing. I think it was the most important. And you have a rule, when a situation like this, usually it's a sniper who need to defuse the bomb. It felt like if I had defuse keys, we would win this round.
This is from Field of View documentary by ESL. Amazing video, go watch it if you haven't seen it, link in the description. Simply put, riflers should defend the diffuser because they have better chance of spamming the smokes back or potentially adjust their aim. If Oper misses, it gets ugly. And if someone is clearly targeting the diffuser, you can play a bodyguard by literally blocking the shots fired at him to buy extra seconds that might save the round. For example, look at this clip from the Major where KScerato must stick the defuse and hope you recovers him. So he positions himself between enemy and KScerato, making the shot way harder for Jimbad. Coming back to that ancient mistake by Navi, let's talk about it. You should always try to smoke the bomb when attempting the retake, not the choke point. I mentioned it numerous times on this channel, why, and it always gives me the ick if I see it live. If you smoke the choke point, you become vulnerable to the molly on the bomb, as well as you enter the roulette of smoke spams, which might turn even 1v5 into winnable situation. Let us all remind the Fallen 1v5 against the Mongols. If you smoke the bomb instead, you don't destroy the angle for every CT trying to cover the diffuser and can actually engage in a duel, which even if they lose, could buy enough time for diffuser to secure the round. It's pretty niche, but so fun when it works. Wallbang lineups for diffusers. This is peak clip farming content, but hey, if you pull this off, let us know and clip it. Most favorite is probably Mirage B-side, when you plant for short, but actually play post-plant from B-apps and line up like this. Hopefully you get lucky, but if enemies have at least room temperature IQ, you will be spammed back, or they just simply diffuse from a different angle and you're kind of cooked. Another useful one is here for both default and long plant on Ancient, and lastly, a bit gimmicky, on Nuke B-side around that wall we already mentioned in this video earlier. Just sit here, aim here, and fire away, praying. If you learned something new in this video, I will be honored if you consider liking it or even subscribing to the channel. It means a lot, it grows the channel and helps more than you think. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye. Shout out to you, all of my Patreons and Coffee members, for your continual support. It allows me to create more content like this. Your name is on the screen right now as a little token of appreciation. I used Coffee for years, where you can find extra content and perks at various tiers of membership, but due to popular demand, I set up Patreon too. Nothing changes, both platforms are treated equally, with same content, just for your convenience to use whichever side you prefer. Thank you for making my videos better and possible.